Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. And if you are new, please do subscribe and like the video and turn on post notifications. I know that was very fast and you might not have heard me. So yeah. So we're going to get straight through this what if. What if Deku... Wait, no. What if Class 1A was in a zombie apocalypse? Okay. So we are going to have them all, right? All of them in their 2021 gear, okay? Season 5 gear, okay? As for everyone, there's not much of a change, except for the winter, okay? But for Deku, he's gonna have his gauntlets. And for everyone else, it's gonna be the exact same. Cause like they haven't had any major updates to their costumes, so yeah. So they would. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, they'd just be in class one day, just, casual. As Aizawa would look out the window, and tell them to stay there, as he'd rush out and help some other teachers that are being attacked by students. Okay, this is only gonna be like a OVA cameo reference, okay? You know that zombie dude, right? Yeah, he'd think it's him again. Okay. But as he'd look at them and say, no, they're much different. They aren't using their quirks a whole lot. Unlike, in the OVA where they're kind of using it every time we see them. So, yeah. So, he'd just, be keeping his distance. His Class 1A would go out and help. As there'd be zombies everywhere surrounding the school. Okay. As All Might would be there too. As Deku would, kind of rush to All Might, right? To see that. He'd rush to All Might, seeing that All Might isn't there today, and, isn't there today, that day. Deku thinking, relieved. As, All Might had to go, do something. As, he's probably sick or something, right? So, yeah, he'd be running back to Class 1A. Sorry, I'm a little tired. So, yeah, he'd be going back to Class 1A. And sorry this thumbnail is in vertical. I know, not... but no, all of my thumbnails are in... shoot, sorry. Yeah, just sorry this is in vertical, so yeah. So, yeah. So, he'd be rushing back as they'd all be getting their costumes, right? As they'd be putting them on. As they put them on as protection and also as gear to help them. A majority of them all have, gear that would, enhance their quirk. Okay. So by the time they got out there, all of them, Eraserhead was being sorry about that again. Was being rushed by a bunch of zombies. as Kacchan, Deku, and Tokoyami and a bunch of other students would rush forward and defeat the zombies rushing Aizawa. As Bakugo would blow off one's head, making a lot of noise. And, Deku would just kick one back, as these are, like, some, just random people, Sorry about that again. So, he wouldn't, be like Bakugo, just blowing off people's heads. Wait, no, zombies' heads. As Aizawa would thank them, and he wouldn't really like them outside, as he'd kind of motion to them for them to go back inside, yeah. So if Class 1A would, sorry that I'm tired. So yeah, Class 1A would, just rush to the nearest store for supplies, As the school doesn't have much supplies, okay, or it wouldn't be much use to them, as the school could be overran by zombies. They can't get out because the school's foundation is just 3 main doors. Okay, just imagine being in a high building with, and they're gonna be in the outside, right? Oh no, they're gonna be in the gym, I guess. Okay. Or something. But they wouldn't go back to the school as just imagine being in an H building, right? With only 3 doors leading in. And 1,000,000 zombies outside. That doesn't work out well. So as Koji Koda, okay. This Koda right here, not you, Mineta, get out of here. This Koda would not use his quirk at all, as he'd have to scream so loud that it sounds like he's going Super Saiyan to summon one bird. Okay. Everyone else, they're good. Okay. So, they'd rush there, to see if they could get, any more supplies. Noticing that the whole store is surrounded by zombies, now rushing at them. As Aizawa would tell them, stay back and be careful, as Todoroki would create a bunch of ice walls. Okay, a long-ass ice wall in a circle to keep Class 1A together and make sure the zombies don't get through. Okay. And Kacchan would just break the wall and just fly through and kill the rest of the zombies. Kill probably 10 and then come back. As shoot. Okay. As I forgot her name, sorry. She would, put her earlobes in the ground and sense a big ass zombie coming. A big one. A giant one. Okay. As the zombie would get closer and closer, Okay. As Momo would make like one pair of binoculars for them to see that it's a Nomu zombie, not just any Nomu, a mid-end. But it is in black, which means it has no regen. So that's one dub, I guess. So as Eraserhead's fending them off, as the Nomu zombie is coming to attack him, Deku and Bakugo and Kirishima jump right in front, blocking it, having Kirishima go into Unbreakable, knowing how strong these guys are, having them take on even All Might, And Kachan would try and blow off its head, but it grabbed at Kachan's arm and tried slamming him into the ground. As Todoroki I can't speak today. I just can't. Sorry. As Todoroki, right? Oops. As Todoroki, right? Todoroki would freeze his arm, and then immediately after that would burn all the ice away. Hottest he could do without probably burning himself. And as Mineta would just be freaking out, throwing balls everywhere, okay? Almost hitting Zero in the face. As Zero would be taping up the zombies, As Oraka would be floating them up, Ito would be kicking them around, Momo creating whatever to keep them away. Invisible Girl doing absolutely nothing. Okay? And Mina just throwing acid everywhere. Oyama doing absolutely nothing, otherwise he's gonna have a tummy ache and throw up. As Tokoyami would send out Dark Shadow, going absolute ham on Nomu. As everyone would be, kind of in their own group, as the Nomu would, punch Deku. As Deku would dodge and flick and use his gauntlets to flick him. So yeah. As Kachan will come out from the smoke behind and once again try to blow off his head. This time distracting the Nomu. As the Nomu would have to dodge it, having Kirishima run up right to it, punching it in the gut, having it spit up a little blood as Kirishima is an Unbreakable plus some other training. So Tailman will come up and slap him in the face with his tail. And as Todoroki would freeze the Nomu solid through, leading Deku, Bakugo, Kirishima to bust through. Okay. Having it cracked into multiple pieces, they sense another giant horde coming their way. As they hurry up into the store, as they get as much supplies and just book it right after. They'd all be worried about their parents and stuff. So, Eraserhead would obviously know, and instead of telling them to split up, he'd make them in groups. So he'd make groups that would make sense. Okay. So we'd be following Deku and Oraka and Ida. Okay. As I know some people watching this wanted me to say Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. As in a real life case scenario, making that team would be just too unfair to the other students, as these three are some of the most OP in here. And I'm sure Aizawa knows that. So he'd want to spread these three up as far as he can. So yeah, Bakugo would be with Kirishima and Pikachu. Okay, making extra sure to have Mineta far away from any girls. Okay, with Tokoyami, Zero, and Mineta. Koda and Sugar Dude, I forgot his name, sorry, with Tailman. These teams might seem like bull, but they are bull. So as we'd be following them, as they'd be walking, as Ida would kick a zombie going right for Deku, knocking it back, noticing there's more than just one zombie, having them to get ready in a fighting stance, noticing that there's this darn gnome. A low end, but this time with regeneration. Like a prototype anti-All Might. As it punched Oraka, leading Oraka to use her gunhead martial arts to dodge it and touch it to make it float up. Having Deku and Ida fly up, go up, and do the double whammy, kick him into the ground, having Oraka to put as much weight on him as possible, as Oraka's quirk is zero gravity, which she can make things weightless or add more weight. Okay. I think so. If that's not true, she just stop using it. Stop using her zero gravity. Okay. Leading them to find a bunch of other zombies, taking them out, but at the end of the battle, Deku noticing that the Nomu isn't finished. As all three would rush to take him out as fast as possible, because they know that if that Nomu gets out of their sight, could kill many innocent people. Okay. So as Deku would be rushing towards it, the Nomu would move so fast he couldn't see it, as it'd move right next to him on the side and elbow him in the stomach, sending him flying into a nearby building. But before Ida would have caught up and caught him real quick. As Oraka would have tried to make him float, the Nomu would easily dodge and punch Oraka in the arm, breaking her arm. Sorry about that. As Deku and Ida would be enraged and surprised, as they'd both charge at him, as Deku would ready up a Manchester Smash, as Ida would be going into a Sepro boost, kicking the Nomu really hard. in the gut, leading it to spill up some blood. Or did we knocked through a building? As it'd be knocked out, as they carry Oraka out of there into Ida's house, I guess. Yeah, into Ida's house. So Ida would, look for the medical supplies to heal Oraka's arm. As Ida would look at his brother Ingenium, seeing that he's not in his wheelchair, as he was paralyzed against Stain. As he'd see that he's lunging at him. As Ida's life flashes before his eyes, Deku rushes there, moving Ida out, but not too far, as he'd have to go a little higher for that. So that is where I'm going to leave this what if off at. If you like this, make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you are new, please do subscribe and like the video and turn on post notifications. So anyways, I just gotta say big thanks to everyone watching this video. I just want to say thank you all. Just thanks, super thanks. Thank y'all so much. And see y'all later. Okay, and this was a very short, like 22 minutes, half the regular time of what if I do, But I'm tired. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep. So yeah, bye.